Vinyl community, Dark Dove back with you again with another update. It's Tuesday the 31st of March, but I'll probably put this up a bit later in the week, I think, probably on Saturday. So I'll go straight into things. I'll start off with 3 items which I meant to show on my last video, but I cut it a bit short because the video was running a bit long, and also because these 3 items kind of didn't really fit in with the overall theme of my last video, which was kind of concentrating more on kind of prog and 70s stuff. And these 3 items, I got them all in the Ben and Jimmy, you know, the 2 Spanish guys. So I got them in this in that shop. This is by Ministry, the long-running industrial stroke metal outfit from Texas. This is the full title of this album is well, the actual title is that kind of unpronounceable Greek word there, but the full title is Psalm 69, The Way to Succeed and the Way to Suck Eggs, commonly abbreviated to Psalm 69. But anyway, this is from 1992. This is an original German pressing on Sire. I kind of bought this for nostalgic reasons because there's a couple of songs on this which I remember from kind of 1992 when I was 18. There's one track called the very last track actually on Jesus Built My Hot Rod, which I remember was on kind of heavy enough rotation on MTV back when MTV actually used to show music videos, and it's a crazy song and a crazy video, featuring what's his name on vocals, Gibby Hayes of the Butthole Surfers on vocals now. Ministry, this is probably the album where they kind of went in a more metal direction, so it's kind of I suppose you could call it kind of industrial speed metal, but yeah, I kind of bought it for kind of nostalgic reasons really, because of a couple of tracks on it, but it is a great album. So that's Ministry. Another item which I picked up at the same time was this 12-inch by Primal Scream Star. This is from 1997. Ben Costello, you've shown this already. So it features this iconic artwork featuring Bobby Hutton of the Black Panthers. These pictures him in 1967 outside the Oakland Police Department, or is it Oakland Jail? Oakland Jail actually. Yeah, Oakland Police Department Jail back in 1967 when the Black Panthers were emerging. So the tracks on it, Star, the kind of the title track is okay. I prefer Flip Side, where we have some nice kind of dub dubby instrumental, which is actually called Rebel Dub, on side 2. But yeah, it was a nice pickup, and I think I only got it for €3 or €4 or something. So that was nice. Also in the same place, which also, and this item also was only a few euros. This is called Cash Cows, and this is a sampler album from 1980 on Virgin Records. Now somebody showed this on the VC recently, and I think it was either Adam Nichols or Kevin, Dr. Strangey Strange. I think it was either one of you two showed this, but I can't be 100% sure. But anyway, mostly mostly post-punk, like XTC, Human League, Flying Lizards, but there's also some other kind of offbeat stuff on here as well. There's a track on here by Kevin Coil, and there's also a track from a late period track from Captain Beefheart and the Magic Band, Dirty Blue Jean, which I think comes from Doc at the Radar Station, which if I'm not mistaken was his penultimate album before Ice Cream for Crow. Has this kind of a weird cover with a cow, kind of cash cow, so the cow is kind of divided up into, you know, all these parts with all the names of the acts featured on it. And features this a kind of late 70s, early 80s variation on the Virgin label. So there we go. Okay, so as you're all aware, I've shown Nick Cave is reissuing. Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds back catalogue is getting a long overdue reissue. I've already shown some Nick Cave stuff in my last few videos. I picked up 2 more of the reissues. Now these are 2 more of the ones which I was specifically looking out for. So No More Shall We Part, originally released in 2001. So this is a very beautiful artwork, as you can see, and it's a double album. Also features a couple of bonus tracks which didn't feature on the original release. So some of the tracks on this, 15 Feet of Pure White Snow, God Is in the House, I don't think I really need to go too much into it really, because you know, I'm sure you're all familiar with this, as you will be with the other Nick Cave item which I picked up. Getting again one of the Nick Cave items which I think was certainly long overdue to get a vinyl reissue is the Botmans Coil. Long unobtainable on vinyl apart from bootlegs. 1997. Do I really need to go into too much detail about it? Probably not. Like, you know, if you're not familiar with this album, familiarise yourself with it, and I strongly advise anyone who's, you know, to check it out because there's a few more of the reissues that I have my eye on, but I think for cost reasons, I'll kind of have to see really, you know. So because I've already spent quite a bit of money on Mr. Cave already as it is. So moving on. I've got a few items on Discogs as well recently, partially funded by a pretty expensive item which I sold recently on Discogs. So some of the money from that went towards the next three items that I'm going to show. Now this item is actually something which I already had, but I only had the discs, which were VCLT courtesy of Ben Costello. But for a long time I've been seeking out the sleeve, but I did eventually see a copy which a copy going cheap because the discs themselves were kind of rated as just good plus. So that is Pentangle, Sweet Child, and it's quite timely actually, as sad news was announced of the death of John Renbourn at the age of 70. Very sadly passed away. As I said, I already had the discs for this, so the original UK transatlantic pressing, which Ben Costello gave to me as VCLT, but which are in excellent condition. But I really did want to get the sleeve to go with it because it is such a great sleeve. So I did see a cheap copy online for about something like €10 or something, because the sleeve, like the sleeve's probably VG, a little bit of wear to it, but I mean, it is you know, it's the original laminated sleeve, and it's like the artwork and that cover. It's just, I really wanted to get my hands on it. I still have the discs that came with it. They're kind of not in great condition, but they're playable. But I'm kind of deciding what to do with them really. Anyway, the next three items, which I also got on Discogs. Now, a band whom I've shown recently are the Virgin Prunes, a post-punk band from Dublin, active in the late 70s, early 80s. Now, there was a spin-off group from the Virgin Prunes formed by their former drummer, Daniel Figgis, who his stage name was Binetti or something like that. He formed this group, Princess Tinymeat, in 1984. They never released a studio album, but this is a 1987 compilation album brought out by Rough Trade, which brought together all their singles. Now, as you may guess by the artwork, there's a strong kind of dose of homoeroticism running through the songs and the lyrics, which is compounded by, you know, the artwork which they used on their sleeves, and some of the song titles, like Devil Cock. This I highly recommend this compilation. It's kind of available. You can pick it up cheaply enough. If you like the Virgin Prunes, this kind of continues a kind of more hard-edged experimental kind of in-your-face style of kind of early Virgin Prunes. A pretty underrated band, I think, in the kind of in the post-punk movement generally. The next two items I also got on Discogs. Now these are by a band that I've been meaning to pick up something by them for a hell of a long time. Their albums are extremely unobtainable, very, very expensive, very hard to find, and heavily bootlegged. Now these are to 12 inches, and these are by the industrial group known as Coil. Coil, of course, formed by John Balance and Christopher Sleazy Christopherson, and Peter Christopherson, sorry. Peter Christopherson, of course, was in Throbbing Gristle, and he was briefly also in Psychic TV, but himself and John Balance then formed Coil in the early 80s, a heavily influential electronic group, electronic industrial. They pioneered an extremely kind of disturbing, creepy sound, and it was kind of took strong elements of kind of modern classical, heavily influenced by Stockhausen, and also like Princess Tinymeat, very strong kind of dose of homoeroticism. This is 12 inch from 1985. Tainted Love, which is a cover of, basically it's a cover of a cover, so it's a cover of the song which Soft Cell had a hit with in 1981, which was itself a cover of a Northern Soul song from the early 60s. This was actually released as a benefit single for the Terence Higgins Trust, in aid of those infected by AIDS. Panic, which is a song on side 2, is very, very an instrumental, and it's kind of very very creepy atmosphere, which Coil tended to kind of do very well. This is a US release, by the way, on Wax Tracks, and it also comes with this mail order insert for Wax Tracks Records, featuring Ministry, Front 2, etc. The other item by Coil which I got on Discogs is again another 12 inch, and this is called the Anal Staircase. Yes, that kind of theme comes up quite a lot in their songs. This is again another US release from originally came out in 86, so this is from 87. This is featured on the album Horse Rotorvator. So, and it also features Blood from the Air and Ravenous on side 2. Again, highly influential on the electronic music in general, Coil were. Unfortunately, both John Balance and Peter Sleazy Christopherson are no longer with us, which is one of the reasons why their back catalogue is so unavailable, due to copyright issues, etc. Okay, so I'm on 20 minutes. I'm just going to move kind of swiftly on. This is another item I picked up recently. This is a band called Pink Military, and the album's called Do Animals Believe in God? Liverpool post-punk outfit. This came out in 1980. They were led by Jane Casey, who was actually involved in Big in Japan, which I think also featured various members of who would go on to form Frankie Goes to Hollywood. But this is a really, really good album. They changed their name later to Pink Industry, but this was released under the name Pink Military on the Epic label, later re-released on Virgin. Kind of reminds me a bit of you can kind of imagine Susie and the Banshees with a kind of more electronic sound. That's kind of what this reminds me of. The next item I am going to show, actually, okay, okay, so again, the video is kind of running a little bit long, so I'm going to finish up kind of quickly. Next few items, I have a few more items here which I got recently, which I'm going to leave for the next video. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 4 items in total. I'm going to leave them for the next video, but I will finish up very briefly with something which I actually forgot to show. I picked up this in a charity shop. This is a Nocturna, so I actually meant to show this right after the other Nick Cave items, but I forgot. So it's the original CD of Nocturna, which came out in 2003, which is the album which came out straight after No More Shall We Part. So picked up that for a couple of euros in a charity shop, and also got this in a charity shop as well, The Orb. The Orb's Adventures Beyond the Underworld double album. Out in 1991. I saw them live back in 1995, 20 years ago. Where does all the time go? Okay, so my other items, I will shoot another video soon to show the other items, but it's just that the video is running a bit long. So thanks very much for watching, and have a good weekend, everyone.